Helemaal een goed idee. Wat zie ik niet allemaal, joh?
Ja.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
something's happening.
So, I see Jaap. Oh, see myself. Okay, how much delay do you have?
Quite a lot. I think we have about 20 seconds of delay.
Okay. Okay, now I'm watching the YouTube. No, I'm not gonna watch the YouTube stream. I'm gonna watch at live chef.
Ja, precies. Anders.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will
shit.
have a conversation with you and keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone who's watching, thanks for being here already. We're
Except
trying to
for
figure out
Stefan.
how to do this whole this stream. It's not going very well. Let's say that. We figured out that I think we're visible like this. I don't know if it even works, like if it's pixely or if you guys can see us. But there are some people in the chat already. Welcome everyone. And yeah, what are we going to talk about? I would say drop some questions if you have any questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see Bamboo Boast has joined the chat. Please leave immediately. Stefan. And no questions about beer, Stefan. Just so
Saludos desde las Islas Canarias. Saludos, OC.
You.
In fact, my parents were supposed to go to the Canarian. What is it called in English? Canarian Islands.
Canary Islands.
Islands, and yeah, they can't go obviously because of the corona now. That's also why we are here on Skype, because we can't be together obviously.
Yes, we typically spend about 23 hours of the day together. So it's a bit of a rehab for us.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm doing good actually.
Not bored at all. So.
All right. First question is: do you practice at home?
No.
Chef can't, or you should playing Bill, can't you?
I can, but with the news of the Olympic Games being shifted 1 year, I decided to not have my target in my living room and just chill out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. My parents have a pretty big field next to their home. I can shoot 70 meters, but it's super cold right now. The wind is super cold, so I'll just shoot when I feel like it and when I have like real motivation. But won't do too much indeed.
Yeah, and
You guys, I just want to. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Jaap is also a part of this stream.
Yeah, I was half paying attention to the live stream because I don't think it's going that well.
Yeah, we have actually one job.
And it was?
Well, it seems to go okay-ish.
Yeah, okay.
Can someone in the comments let us know if it's like if you're visible, like not too visible because that's not nice to see. It's that clear, but just a little bit visible if you can hear us loud and clear.
And what's more important, can you guys hear us? Because we will answer questions, and if you cannot hear us, there's no use.
Or you should practice lip reading, but.
So, side note, I think it's super cool that we have people from, I see Argentina, LA, Peru, what is it? The Gran Canaria, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah, that's freaking cool.
All over the world.
People from all over the world tuning in to ask us questions like, Eric, how do you practice each step of your shot cycle? Gijs?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I personally, like sometimes when I feel the need to practice one single thing, like one specific thing to practice, and then after 1 or 2 days, like focusing on that, I have to move back to the whole feeling of the whole shot, because if I keep focusing on one thing, the rest slowly falls apart and it becomes one big mess. So I just have to pick one specific thing, then go back to the whole like focus on that for 1 or 2 days, then go back to the whole shot cycle, and then pick something else or pick the same thing again. But just it's important to like keep going back to the whole cycle or the whole general feeling for me. Chef, what about you?
I just try to focus as much as possible on the whole shot, so the shot as a whole, because I feel like if I focus on each step, I think they're all linked. So if I do something wrong at the beginning of the shot, it will eventually have an effect on something later in the shot. So I try to see it as a whole.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that Chef and I are in different stages of career, obviously. So Chef is pretty good already, so you can just keep focusing on the whole thing more than I can.
So some feedback from the chat. The audio is good, and the video is like reading a comic book. So
Nice.
also good, if you ask me.
Perfect.
Okay, that's fine. So I guess for me, I'm just an amateur, of course, but for me, it's I try to build my shot up in steps and really quickly switch my attention between certain things. So I start with my feet and then build my way up and try to really quickly change attention to different parts of my technique. And sometimes when I'm practicing a certain certain part, obviously I pay attention to that a lot, and the rest kind of goes wrong. But that's kind of, I guess, the amateur level I'm at, and that's how it goes. So that's it, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Cool. Let's just move on to the next question because I think we've shine our light on this.
Yeah.
So the next question would be: is there a rule of thumb for vein size in relation to poundage and/or arrow weight?
Not that I know.
I just pick veins that are small enough and soft enough. And in the store, if we sell arrows, we look at what is most common and what looks most normal, I suppose. And it all depends on poundage and weight as well, in the sense that if you have wooden arrows and you shoot only 25 pounds, you're not going to put 5-inch feathers on it. You'll go for a 3-inch. But I think in recurve, you want to have veins that you can get clearance with, and yeah, for the rest, I don't know.
You can test them like yourself because obviously you want the vein that performs best. So what I did and what Chef did too is fletch arrows with different veins. For us, it will be different spin wings, but if you're a compounder, maybe use different plastic veins. And use an archery plotting app. For example, Artemis Lite. It's a great app. You can just plot for like about a week all your arrows, and then you can just select one vein that you used, and then you can see the group of the vein over the whole week, and yeah,
Yeah. And
and figure out.
I guess that's the thing about knowing for certain that something is working for you or not is extensive testing, because I think a lot of people test something once and then say, oh, this doesn't work for me, or this is great, this is what I'll use from now on. But I guess that's not really an experiment. So I would suggest test it extensively for quite a while and then draw your conclusions. So that's my two
Yeah.
cents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next question.
Next question is: could you guys please make a video on how to properly position the shoulder from
Oh
the
yeah.
bow arm? Mine always seems to go up a bit and not stay stable.
That's the same. Gonzalo Palacio. You're the same guy that commented that on the draw and aim video of Technique Week, I guess. Yes, we will make this video, and yeah.
As soon as we're out of this confinement, because we are now all
Yeah.
apart. So,
Yeah.
and I missed a question. Landon Richardson asked, "What is your mental process but there is so much that goes into that it's difficult to even put in one video, I think. So we have thought of making videos about the whole mental process, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
And it's just so different for every person. I remember Chef and I had like this conversation the other day. I asked Chef like, how nervous are you for a final match? And I'd expected Chef to be super nervous, but Chef told me that he is not that nervous, more excited. And like, I know for myself that I'm nervous in a more unpleasant way, uh, which I still like though. But like, it's so different per person and depends on, yeah, every competition is different, I think.
Yeah.
So every like mental process every week or every competition is different too, I think.
All right.
Happy with the postponement of the Olympics. Good news. Chef, you can.
It's good news in a way that, or in a sense that it's more safe for the people and for the world. It's bad news because I had some plans after the Olympics that I'll have to wait for now. But yeah, I think it's for the best that they postponed it, and I'm completely supportive of their decision. But I would rather have shot it this year if the circumstances were better. But they are not, so it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly that. Considering the situation, it's the only possible way actually that they could have done it, because you can't have Olympics right now with the whole situation going on. What's the most difficult aspect of the sport?
Dealing with guys like Stefan, also known as bamboo bows.
I think the most difficult aspect of the sport is let's say hypothetically you become a national champion in 3D archery, uh, and then you have to go to that same competition the next year. People will automatically assume that you are the man to beat, and that's something that's really rough.
No, in all seriousness, I guess the most difficult aspect is your own mind, I guess, because you're fighting yourself or you're enjoying your own uh, flow that you're in if you're doing well. I guess that's for everyone the most difficult. I mean, the technique is, you can train the technique, like it's putting in the hours, but the mental part is so difficult and can get you so far, but it can also get in your way, so you can't hit anything anymore. So I guess that's the for yeah. I'm not sure about it, but I guess for most people that's the most difficult thing. And
The mindset, yeah.
the
Yeah, I would say
mindset, yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Um, uh, I get like dyslexic from all these questions, like so many all of a sudden.
Well,
What
we
beer tastes best after you won a competition? The answer is any beer that they have on tap at Moordgat in Arnhem at that moment.
cold.
And cold.
Billy
Let's
Charters
see.
from the UK, from Britain, lockdown Britain. Uh, is there any difference between a top range riser and an intermediate riser? Uh,
Yes.
yeah, obviously, yes. I'm not, yeah, I don't know shit about recurve, but I do know that. The answer is
Yeah.
yes.
So a top of the range riser will always mean that some engineer or multiple engineers have thought about where the riser should flex, how much it should flex, when it should flex, what materials to use. Like all of the process has been very well thought out. Whereas with an intermediate riser, they typically just make a drawing for something that looks okay-ish, and then they test it to see if it works. And if it works, they put it into production. So there is a lot of testing going on with the high performance risers compared to the mid-range risers, um, and that's what makes it more expensive.
Yeah, yeah. So like the holes in a riser on high-end risers, they are all thought out basically. and the holes in a cheaper riser, they are just put there where it looks nice. Harsh way of saying it, but kind of like that. Do you guys make your own strings? I was building a new string jig like before, like 1 hour ago.
Yeah, when Jaap and I were trying to figure this live stream out, Gijs was in his shed, completely locked off from the world, not paying attention to his phone.
Yeah.
But result is a sturdy string jig, I hope.
It's gonna be a really sturdy string jig. We're gonna weld it together. We're using heavy steel. I don't think I'm gonna be able to like lift it comfortably, but it will do the job.
Yeah, and my strings are made by Peter Elzinga.
Nice.
Yeah.
So and Jaap, I don't know about Jaap.
I ordered a Rico string by Peter, made by Peter, so the same guy. And for wooden bows, I almost always make them myself, and they're Flemish twist strings. So, but I don't like that. Don't like to make them. So I'm looking.
I thought you didn't like Flemish people.
Well, I do like their fries. But that's about it. Okay.
And the beers.
And the beers, yeah, the beer is good. Yeah. But the Flemish twist string is no. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, doesn't want to talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
And
what string material do you use, and do you make your own strings? Oh yeah, we answered the question partially. I use 652 Spectra or Angel Majesty, whatever I feel like using at that moment.
I use 8190 right now, but I'm soon switching to, I think, Majesty or the other one that Chef said.
652 Spectra.
That.
Yeah. I use for wooden bows, of course, Dacron, but almost never Dacron because it sucks. So I use D97, it's called, I guess. Yeah.
Dynaflight.
Dynaflight, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Almost always. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Let's see. Do you have somebody to do some barebow videos? We did some barebow videos already, but we haven't had a barebow video with an actual barebow guy yet, so that's a good idea. Maybe we can do that.
Yeah.
What is better, Stronghold, Age of Empires 2, or Red Alert?
Stronghold.
I'm a big fan of Age of Empires 2. I've grown up playing it, so I would go for Age of Empires.
I have no freaking clue.
If at all possible, why not try going to the Shibuya factory like what you did at the Hoyt and the Biter factory? Because a ticket to Tokyo is about 700 euros.
It's quite expensive, yeah.
And I was already going to Hoyt, and we typically go to Biter a couple times a year. So
we gotta go there. Like as soon as it opens, we gotta go there.
Yeah. Maybe Jaap can join once.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to, but yeah.
How much pound do you shoot, Jaap? Like, if you shoot under 70 meters at Biter, will you hit the roof or?
No, he shoots 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Oh.
Any advice on how to quickly move back in distance for recurve? What distances do you go back by? 70 meters at once?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what that. I mean, yeah. What's the question? I guess afraid of you losing your arrows or something, or.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure.
No, like I think like how to if you're able to reach 30 meters, how to get a stronger bow, like how to quickly get a stronger bow, how to quickly get stronger so you can reach further distances. Well, there's the answer. It can be done quickly, at least not if you want to maintain quality. If you want to keep shooting the points that you shoot right now, then you gotta slowly build up your poundage, do some strength training, but don't overdo it, because then you get injuries real quick. So take it easy, do what you can, and take it slow.
Somebody's asking, do you guys use FOC when you're building your arrows? No.
No.
Yes. But
The fuck yeah.
Yeah,
we
with-
have a nerd here.
yeah, a real geek. I do use it with wooden arrows. Yeah, it's kind of because you can influence it, and it's kind of a hobby to make perfect wooden arrows for myself. So yeah, FOC is involved in that, but I don't really go for a certain FOC, but go in a certain range and then try it, and if it's okay, I'll use it. And so yeah.
Gijs and Jaap,
Yeah.
will you guys join me in my lumberjack career after my retirement?
No, I'm so sorry.
I don't think
It was a question from Henrik, so
okay. I'm afraid not.
I'll come to help sometimes though.
Yeah. I'll come
no,
and help.
yeah, you are pretty much a lumberjack already.
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
True. Yeah. I'll help you burn the wood. That's what I can
Yeah,
do.
sure. Have a nice little wooden stove and some beers.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Opinion on Kaminsky's YouTube channel. I think it's freaking incredible how he's pumping out 5 videos a week or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information there, although you need to be able to watch somebody give you information for about 15 minutes straight after watching a self-promoting talk for 2 minutes first. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there, I think.
So the thing is that I respect from Jay Kaminsky, also from Nu Sensei, they both make videos from like 15 minutes straight filled with information, and we completely struggle to do that.
Yeah.
So it's impressive what they do.
On the other hand, our videos are slightly different in a sense that we like to make videos that look nice and that we have fun making, and not just videos that we hope people watch or something. We just make videos that we want to make rather than videos that we think need to be made.
Yeah, thereby comes that when you're watching those videos, like there's so much to say about different techniques, things, material things, and you have to decide yourself if something that's being said in a video is true for you, if it works for you. You have to make your own opinion about it.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking it for as true.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of questions in the meanwhile, but Joris is asking a very relevant one. Any success on that girl at your club?
No, Joris. I haven't seen your mom in a while, so sorry about that.
Nice. Okay.
Or is she here? Is she here under the? Oh no, that's another one. Yeah.
That's 1 point for you. I'll keep up the.
All right.
Let's see. Do we have some actual questions? Now that we're in quarantine, what type of physical exercises can we do at home? Any at house workout routine recommendations? Guys,
I'm actually still doing my exercise, and like Jeff, are you doing your exercise, or are you like?
I'm cycling and doing the occasional walk, but for the rest, not really.
So I like to stay like strong, just because I like going to the gym and stuff, and like anything you can find. Like I would say, do 3 times, like 3 times per week, maybe 2-3 times per week, like some exercises, and just find stuff for your legs, find stuff for your upper body, like arms and shoulders and stuff. And I do like core stability circuits, basically. Just And I just find like walk around and see what I can use to train something like some part of my body. You have to improvise a little bit.
Lifting sheep.
Lift some
Lifting
sheep.
Cool.
do other stuff to
Other,
sheep.
other farm
Let's see.
animals. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Okay.
If the extents wouldn't exist, what would be your favorite arrow? And that would be the ACE in my case,
Yeah.
because they are sort of my favorite arrow to shoot. Like for people under 40 pounds, I would always say ACE better than extents. So
Maybe even under like 42 or 43.
I don't know.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I would gladly shoot an ACE if I wasn't shooting 50 pounds.
I agree.
What do you guys do for injury prevention? Any physiotherapy or exercises like yoga? Yes and yes.
No.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. We do yoga. We have physiotherapy. We have massage every once a week. We have just strength training in general. And yeah, that. Did you try distance shooting with your Olympic bow? We've
Not yet.
actually we had the idea in South Africa because like last time we were in South Africa and Chef wasn't there unfortunately, but we tried to or we had the plan to just shoot an arrow under an angle of I think 43 is the most ideal.
Probably.
43 degrees is the most ideal angle to shoot a arrow, but we ended up forgetting it. But it will go like 200 something meters, I think.
We should try it. Make a video.
Yeah.
If you find the space for it.
Yeah, shouldn't be that hard. Nice.
What has been your favorite video to film? I'll let you go first, and I'm scrolling through the list of videos to see which one I like most.
The Archers in Snow vlog, like the vlog we made during the cross country skiing training camp, that was amazing. But that was more like that was amazing because the whole week was kind of great.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, fun fact, like you guys haven't seen any vlogs on our channel for the past 1.5 years, 2 years maybe, because we suck at vlogging. Like we've tried to make vlogs, but it just doesn't work. We just forget it. We don't have any good content. And 3 weeks ago, we actually made like a plan and a shot list and like thought out how to make a vlog from our training camp in Antalya. But then the training camp got cancelled, so you guys still have to wait for a vlog. But we're working on it. Once we can shoot competition again, there's going to be a vlog like from a competition or from a training camp, or there's going to be something.
Cool. For me, it's definitely the World Championships in Sertogenbos.
Yeah.
That was my real first experience at a recurve and compound international competition, and it was amazing. So yeah, it was awesome, and the filming was awesome. The people were awesome, and yeah, damn.
And the end product was awesome.
And the end product, yeah.
Cheers, thanks for that. Yeah, but it was pure enjoyment. So yeah.
Guys, I have an answer that you might agree with as well. The archery life hacks baseball bat, where we use the riser as a baseball bat.
Oh yeah,
nice.
That was probably one of the more fun videos that we did. I think it's one of the first videos we did, but it was freaking fun.
But like most of the videos from that, like most of the videos are, well, what Chef said, we make videos because we like to make videos. So every video basically has some kind of upside to it. Like every video is like has some certain like good memory. Like yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we started off doing review videos together with JVD Archery, and with all due respect to JVD Archery, they're a very cool company, but the reviews that we did were we had to do reviews of products that we weren't acquainted with, so that was a bit awkward. So that's why we quit like doing that.
The moment we had to tell about wooden bows, Jaap wasn't there to save us. Like we didn't know anything about wooden bows, so we ended up saying like this bow is made out of green techno woods, and then we would read the JVD description again, like, and Capazingo.
Yeah.
No clue what that was. Yeah.
And for instance, I had an example of this bow is only 58 inches, which makes it easier to carry through a forest.
Yeah,
Nice
that
commentary.
sucked.
But yeah, I think those videos made us think of what videos we wanted to make, and now we're here making videos that we really like making, and yeah, I have to admit that the channel is bigger than what I expected it to be a couple of years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I haven't been like, we made a lot of like fun videos back in the day. But like I haven't been making much because I have school and stuff to do. Like I'm just kind of busy, won't have time for Triple Trouble all the time. But there's going to be like some stuff like the vlogs. We want to make that again, and some cinematic. I really want to make some cinematic stuff, like to like make cinematic stuff because I originally joined Triple Trouble because I liked editing, not necessarily about the like presenting and video or something.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we should do some cinematic cool stuff. Like I think my at least one of my favorite videos from Triple Trouble is definitely the bow breakdowns.
I wanted to say that the bow breakdown from
Damn,
Chef.
yeah,
That's such a great story too.
yeah.
Like I think Mick and Chef, like when Mick was still there, Mick's still there, Mick's alive.
yeah, shout out to Mick.
Shout out to Mick.
Yeah.
You guys made like some footage, but something was wrong with it, and we had to film it again, and it was like raining and in the dark, and you saw the rain coming through the big lights on the field, and just those shots, they were incredible.
Yeah.
That's an incredible video still.
Yeah, the music and all, the editing is so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Although I think we could do it better now, like with the
I
knowledge
think
and
so. Yeah.
experience we have right now.
Yeah.
Nice. Chef, you were showing the Triple Trouble wooden grip in one of your videos. Are they for sale already? Where? Unfortunately, the whole coronavirus has put a halt to the production line, but we are very much working on it and looking to get them as to you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, we are working on it, and no worries about that. We will definitely let you know when they're here because I am super happy and super ecstatic to be able to shoot those.
They are so great. They're amazing. Just yeah, they're just great. That's the thing. And they had some delay too with the corona, right? With the whole corona stuff.
Yeah, so it's on hold, but
it's on hold, but
it's coming. It's coming.
It's seriously coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
My girlfriend Mary just sent me a text. You guys need a podcast. What do you guys think?
Man,
like,
I don't think so. Because like we just said, we in our videos we only say a few sentences and that's it. So I don't think we're that good at talking for hours.
You know what we should do? We should spend some more time working this whole thing out and do this more often because I think this is something that people are interested in, watching us answer questions that are asked in a live stream. Yeah. I think if we could perfect this whole live streaming thing and maybe get some help from people from the outside, I think we would be doing a good job.
Yeah,
I think that too. But I would like to have the podcast too, like just for the sake of having a podcast.
It would be cool though.
It would be cool, but we need something to talk about.
Yeah, a lot.
Let's scroll back a bit in the question because we're missing so many, I think.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried shooting fat shafts, or do you ever plan on shooting them? Chef,
yes.
Come in.
Fat shafts are my favorite kind of shafts. I am a big ambassador of shooting fat aluminum arrows on indoor competitions. The season I shot aluminum arrows, I don't know how many times I shot 597, 598. I think if you get them flying properly and if you have the technique to shoot them, you should shoot them because they're better.
Yeah. So I like plan to do fat shafts next indoor season because it was the season after the Olympics, but now the Olympics are going to be postponed. I don't know. I think I'm maybe still gonna use fat shafts because I just really want to try it. I've never shot it. Well, I've shot it in 2015, like in the indoor season, but I was just like barely starting shooting, and I want to try it because Chef is like so happy with them. I wanna figure out how it works and like if it works for me
Yeah.
too.
And now with the Easton RX-7, I
They're
think
great.
I think people can shoot a fat shaft without having to shoot a humongous amount of poundage. Like
Yeah.
when I was shooting the World Championships, I was shooting 56.5 or 57 pounds,
Fucking beat.
which is not a poundage that I would like to shoot on the regular. But that's what I needed to get those arrows flying straight.
But what can you get away with the new? I forget the name. The new shot.
The
Yes.
RX-7,
Yeah.
I will check for you. If you keep the conversation going, I will
I think
be.
I think it starts somewhat at like spine 5, like 520 or something. Then it goes to 470 and then to 420, something like that. But like up to like I think somewhere from 43 to 49, maybe 50 pounds you can shoot them.
Okay.
The thing is that like you can shoot them with like a light point, like a light 100, maybe 120 grains point.
Yeah.
There is a 525 spine arrow.
Yeah.
But that's still too stiff for my mere 40 pounds.
What are you shooting now?
610. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be stiff.
Yeah, but you can put a pro point in it with like 180 grains, and then you could get away with it.
They're gonna be slow as hell though, but you
Yeah,
can.
but mine were slow as well, and I was shooting some of the best scores I ever shot. So
it is interesting because indoor season has already started, as Gijs pointed out on his.
There are some people who didn't get that post on Facebook.
Really?
Some
Oh,
people
God.
like, wait, does he mean outer season or what's going on?
Yeah, well. Interesting.
Yeah.
I maybe I'll try them.
I was about to order today some like string materials, and then I was like, should I order arrows too, like just so that I have them for the indoor season, so I can warm up for the indoor season.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. But it's how it is, right?
Oh, Chef, I hope the Erwin Verstegen shoot is not going to cancel, but I don't think so because it's the end of August or something.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I will actually try to shoot a Vita competition with Chef with recurve.
I will join it too then.
Yeah, cool. What's the date again? I got end of August, something like that. 27.
Yeah.
No, we'll look it up, but I'll have to train a lot for that because I can't shoot a whole Vita with 40 pounds recurve.
Yeah.
I'm that much.
We have a couple questions aimed at stabilization. So somebody asked twice even if we're gonna make a video about the new CarboFlex stabilizers by Excel. I think if I get them in, I will make a video about them. I'm still planning to do a breakdown of all the new stabilization that is out right now and all the small diameter stabilization, putting them against each other and telling you what I feel. So that'll be cool. And then there's somebody who's asking, we did a review about the Arctec Pro XXL stabilization. If we still would recommend or if we still think it's a good stabilizer set. And I think for the money, it's still one of the best feeling, best shooting out there. It's just very thick, so you will catch a lot of wind.
Yeah, it's for, I think, what is it? Like a new long stabilizer, 140 euros or something.
Something like that, yeah.
And that's just, it's a lot of money, but it's for the quality that you get, the stiffness, it's not a lot. For indoor, I would say it's just, yeah, for intermediate, it's fine. It's perfect actually. But if you really want to have good stabilizers for outdoor, you'll have to go to the small diameter stabilizers. and those are just more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, Karin says it's 22 plus 23 of August. So it's, yeah, it's the end of August. So we have a shot at still making that.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking which site is better, Excel or Shibuya?
Yes.
I don't think there is a concluding answer to that. Depends on what your preferences are and what you like most aesthetically. But I feel like my Excel site is slightly more precise in its clicks than the Shibuya site. But yeah, it might also be in my head. So. Rim is asking, would you like to make your own wooden bow, Chef and guys? Yes, Jaap.
Yes.
When
Yeah.
am I making my own wooden bow?
And the next question is, hi, how are you? I'm fine. I feel a little pressured right now, but for the rest.
I actually made a deal with Jaap last year that we would make my wooden bow together and
For video.
for a video. But later I heard that the piece of wood that we split disappeared and I ended up in a bow. So I don't know where that one went.
So technically, that's your bow, right? Jaap should give that to you.
What? No, it probably disappeared in the fireplace.
Nope.
No, we'll get around to doing to build a bow someday.
Yeah, when this whole quarantine shit is over, because it's really annoying.
Exactly, that at least, yeah.
If you can make like a how to make your own wooden bow video, then I will watch it and I can just make my bow here.
You just stay tuned.
I am going to do that.
Ah, okay.
But I'm not going to tell you a time frame because
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know when. So what else do we've got? Do you ever make small adjustments to your clicker during a shooting session, or do you keep it at the same place all the time?
I do make some adjustments with it, and I don't mean to plug it too much, but we have a little tool for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do we have it? Oh wow.
Let's see. So I do sometimes adjust my clicker just a tiny bit to make sure that my alignment, because sometimes if you have a little more tension on your muscles, your draw length will be a millimeter shorter or something. So it can happen that you need to adjust it a little bit.
I mostly adjust it throughout a week. Like I start off like with a long draw length, and then throughout the week my draw length, as I get more tired, it just becomes shorter and shorter.
And
it makes sense.
For me, that only takes like half an hour.
Yeah, I've shot competitions with Jaap where we shoot one arrow every end and then
now
get
we're
it.
now we're gonna skip this part.
I've seen him crumble under the 25 arrows in the evening. So
yeah. In the comment section there's a link to the best biter clicker adjustment tool that you'll ever find.
True.
Mostly because it's the only one, I think. I haven't seen it anywhere like else, so make sure to check that out.
Yeah, and yeah, it's also a cool way of supporting us as a YouTube channel, because we're doing most of this stuff pretty much for free. And if you feel like that's not the way to go, you can support us in that way.
Yeah, so buy that bitch and don't hurt your fingers anymore on tightening the clicker.
True, yeah. Where do you shoot that now that the sport clubs are closed? In our backyard / backfield.
If I want to shoot, I shoot at work, but right now I'm having a little bit of a break.
How's that going in with work and the coronavirus stuff? Like,
So I work at the Dutch Bow Store, to which I just posted a link as well in the chat. And we have taken a lot of precautions, as in there is not supposed to be more than 3 people in the store at any given time, more than 3 customers, I should say. There's also disinfecting stuff for your hands around the store. Every time somebody picks something up, they need to wash their hands first and they need to wash their hands after. So we try to keep it out as much as possible. And then also within the Netherlands and Belgium, we do free shipping so that people don't have to come to the store if they're just ordering something small or something that you need to try out first.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
If the grip is only the only upcoming merchandise, or if there will be some T-shirts or stickers again. Yes.
We are working on that, but this whole situation makes it very difficult to do business stuff. So, and we also don't want to go out too much to, get stuff to the post office or. So yeah, this is not the best time to get it back into it.
Yeah. True.
Where is Steve? Where's Steve? I think he's not in the Netherlands anymore.
No, he's in Limburg.
He's in Limburg. That's a province, for you guys who don't know, that's a province where Steve comes from. That is kind of the Netherlands, but we try to cut it off as much as we can.
Depends on who you ask, it's Netherlands.
Yeah.
Common misconception. A lot of people seem to think that Steve is a part of Triple Trouble, but he is just a friend of Triple Trouble, and he is in some videos because he was kind enough to be in them, but he's not actually a part of Triple Trouble. So, yeah, for everybody who's asking themselves, where the hell is Steve? That's why he's not in this video.
Exactly.
Although, when Steve has something to tell you guys, he can reach out to us, and he has the platform to tell his story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like with the last year, the Knocking Point video and the Hoyt Formula Factor, no, not Factor, Formula X setup. Steve did that with us. Yeah. So yeah. Do you recall moving the clicker shooting 18 meters and 70 meters? I think you cannot not move your clicker because your angle of your technique is just different on the 8 meters and 70 meters. Okay, Chef is looking weird at me.
I don't move my clicker between 18 and 70 meters because I sort of twist my whole body rather than only lift up my arm. But yeah, maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Oh, it's not much you're doing wrong actually right now. Like archery wise.
But what do you do, Gijs?
I move it a little bit because I try to keep my whole posture straight, but just like I come on 18 meters, I have a longer draw length.
Longer?
Yeah, longer one.
Okay. Okay, nice.
I have no clue why. When you shoot a 70 or 90 meters, your side is very low. Do you lean a bit back or do you adjust the angle of your arms? As Chef said, you try to lean a bit back so the angle of your arms and stuff stays the same. But I'm doubting myself now if I do that or if I lift up my arm slightly.
Well, it makes sense. If you just, I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you just...
I can't see you at all. Like, I have no clue where you are. I can't see you at all. Like,
we can't see Jaap, but that's one of the beauties of this system.
How do I? Oh, I've got 2 arrows here. You guys can't see it, but
no.
Let's say one of the arrows is your arm, which is staying the same length, And then the other is the arrow, which is also the same length. When you just move up your arm like that, your draw length becomes shorter. So when you just cant your whole body, your draw length keeps the same. So that's why, in theory, you shouldn't move your clicker, I think. I hope I explained it clearly, but I doubt it. No, yeah. But that's the...
Well, in any case, I agree with that. And in practice, typically people need to move the clicker just a little bit so that they don't lean back too far. But
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about you two guys, but it's almost 6 o'clock here, and I still need to start making dinner.
Yeah.
So I'm keen on not going for too long.
Yeah. We're gonna cut it at 6 o'clock or 5 to like in 5 minutes or something, or you just want to go?
No, we can do 5 more minutes, and then but then people will know that we're
Yeah.
soon going to be
Perfect.
away.
Jeff and Chris, both congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also to you, Kristen. There it is. I can see Kristen sitting in the back.
Yeah, but she's not hearing us, so.
Okay. Congratulations, anyways.
Congratulations from the chat. She also had headphones on.
All right. Yeah, let's get some. Are there any effect? Is there any effect of reps in high spines like 380 in case of better grouping and better fly? No. Nothing.
Well,
except
for the fact that reps will make it easier to put veins on your arrows and more consistent.
To some extent, it helps.
Yeah.
Not directly because of the rep, but yeah, because you can just put your veins on like way more consistent.
Yeah, and also spin wing veins or spin wing type veins will stick better to reps than to bare carbon.
Yeah. Have you tried the new rep applying tool?
Yeah.
Reps? That's amazing. I love it.
It's very good.
Yeah. So that's on custommadereps.com, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also buy the clicker tool there. Am I right?
Yes, but it's better to buy it at our store.
Chef is.
Also for us, by the way. Let's see, tools.
What's for dinner, chef?
We are making wraps, actually.
Wow. Nice.
Wraps.
I actually don't know where this this little tool is.
Someone the Peter actually understood my stupid explanation of.
Found it.
Unbelievable. Cheers. Glad you understood.
Somebody's asking, when is the wedding? I don't know yet because we were planning on doing it next year in the summer, but seems like my plans kind of shifted.
Yeah. Have to wait for a little bit more. What's the best bow you will comment?
Formula XI with Velo's limbs. I think seriously, from all of all the bows I've tried, that's the nicest shooting bows.
Matte black.
For instance.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should be some more of these. Should be doing some more. Jesus, how to talk. We should be doing some more of these live streams this quarantine because we don't have anything to do anyways.
What? Speak for yourself.
I have nothing to do anyways.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that's
working
fine
full
with me,
time,
but,
so.
Oh yeah.
but that's fine. Like,
But yeah,
yeah.
we should fine tune this whole live streaming situation and do it more often.
We should figure out how that app or that thing that Jaap has works.
Yeah, because I think either one of our setups will do better than the apps, but we were limited in our options today.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you're used from us, our preparations were completely terrible.
Well,
Yeah, well,
we spent
two of us were busy for 1.5 hours when somebody somebody decided to finally join.
to lift sheep again. For God's sake.
I thought I'll just leave you guys alone. Maybe that will
That would help. Yeah.
that will help.
Oh well.
Didn't. Next time I'll be there for you guys.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. Oh wait, one last thing. Henrik has asked twice now. The triple trouble arm guard, it's coming. So some more patience is required, but we are working on it. So
yeah,
stay tuned for that. And on that note,
game.
Mazzel.
Ciao.
Hoe zegt die onze uit?
Thanks,
see you.
See you.
Yo.